In today's video, we're going to be diving into the upcoming pattern, taking a look here at multiple major storms around the nation, as well as a massive Arctic blast that may be coming in the medium to long range, other cooldowns as well. So we have some more miniature ones, and then that big one that is showing up on the model runs as of late. So let's just dive into things and take a look at it. And something right off the gate is, thankfully, Raphael seems to have completely dissipated. This one is not even listed as a tropical storm anymore. So basically, it's just a very, very weak tropical low out there, and really poses no threat to much of anywhere. So it's just going to continue to head south and basically fizzle out. We do have some precipitation around for the eastern states, which again, I've probably stated this like 10 times per video over the last week, but this is just great news. These areas have been drought stricken. I got the funniest comment ever yesterday. I think it was a joke. It might have been serious, but somebody said that I hardly ever mentioned the drought going on in the eastern United States. For my regular viewers, you know that it's probably repetitive, if anything, how much I mentioned that. It is certainly impacting where I'm at heavily, and it's probably my #1 personal weather concern right now, and I'm just itching for precipitation. I mean, it's just so dry out there, and we have wildfires up there in New Jersey and New York, unfortunately. Terrible situation up there, so we need the rainfall bad. Now let's take a look out west. We do have for the northwest some rain and snowfall showers ongoing out there. As we take a look at tomorrow afternoon on Monday, we do begin to see some rainfall and snowfall showers spreading further across the northwest area here now, even impacting areas as far south as central California and as far north as Alaska, basically. Mostly snowfall for the mountains and more northern areas, and then rainfall in the lower and more coastal regions. We do see that there's a pretty decent ridge happening here just around the Rocky Mountain range, and this is allowing for a very subtle trough over the east. Again, when we see these little dips, this means a little bit cooler. If we saw big dips, that means a lot of bit cooler, I guess is the best way to put it. So mini dips here, kind of slightly below normal temperatures for Monday for a lot of areas. Tuesday, we do get quite cool across the northeast, especially here as we have a pretty decent dip. We are seeing areas in here seeing really, I would say, twice as deep of a dip in these areas, if not more. We do see a really deep one here now for the Rockies, as well as this ridge is now peaking over the plains. We have cold air and snowfall diving southward for the Rockies, so tons of snowfall out there by Tuesday. Let's take it towards Wednesday on November 13th, and we again see another major storm system moving onshore to the Pacific Northwest. We see this one as a 996, just to the north of the Washington-Canada border, and this is bringing Pacific Northwest snowfall in plentiful amounts here, as you can see. We do have a weaker low over Minnesota as well, bringing showers, thunderstorms, and snowfall around. And we do see some Gulf energy kind of bringing some thunderstorms and showers here to the central Gulf Coast. As we keep going towards Thursday on November 14th, we do see showers and thunderstorms around for the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and Mid-Atlantic here. Also the Northwest, we're seeing snowfall and rainfall as well. Let's keep going towards Friday on the 15th, and we do see some snowfall showers for the Northwest, some sporadic showers in the Northeast, but really we're seeing a lack of activity by the mid to late week. By the time we're looking at Saturday here, we do see a little bit more activity spiking up, especially as we have a South Dakota fairly decent low taking place. We do see snowfall kind of to the north and behind this low for the Rockies, as well as some of the northern plains here, and then we have showers around for the upper Midwest due to this system. The jet stream is a major trough over the west, ridge peaking over the Midwest, and then a softer, smaller trough over the east. So again, slightly cooler temperatures around for a lot of these East Coast areas by Saturday the 16th. Sunday on November 17th, we do see this trough is on the move. It's heading eastward towards the Rockies and Midwest areas, and we do see a ridge over the East Coast now. So a little bit warmer for Sunday along the East Coast. Also for the West, we're seeing some warmer air push in. And then the coolest area here is going to be around for the central Rockies and upper Midwest areas here. We do see that there's showers along this boundary between this cold air mass and this warm air mass. So we see showers and thunderstorms around for the Ohio Valley, as well as some of the Great Lakes and Northeast areas of the United States. By Monday, this does push eastward. We do see a lot of this precipitation in the east. And again, I'm going to say it again. It's a great thing. We do see that this is kind of a double dipping trough. We see one for the Northwest and then also for portions of the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley here. So two areas of primarily cooler temperatures right here. And then a little bit of a warm blob there over the central states is the overall look for Monday on the 18th. Again, as we move towards Tuesday, things begin to aim eastward. We do see that overall the jet stream is just dipping further south in general. We see deep Arctic air in this corridor here, so very cold air, and some precipitation around for the south central states as well as the northeast, where we're even seeing mountainous snowfall. As we take a look at Wednesday on the 20th, this is when things get very serious. We have much warmer and drier air pushing onshore to the west, so this is a growing anomaly and really a growing feature in our pattern. We do see much colder air around for the plains, the Midwest, the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, and even into the Northeast, as there's plenty to go around, even snowfall showers for some of these areas within here. And we're only going to see this actually dip further south and get more intense. This is Thursday. Again, this is an example of smaller or much larger bulges and troughs here. So we're seeing those large bulges of ridge. That is going to indicate very warm temperatures compared to normal. And we see these severe dips in here, indicating much further below average temperatures for a lot of these areas. So much colder here in the east. And the trough is centered something like this. We also see that there is warmer air centered over the west here. So a very intense looking pattern. As we take a look at Friday on the 22nd, we see that this trough becomes a little bit more east-centered. This ridge centered a little further east as well. Typically, if the ridge moves east, the trough does as well, so that is exactly what we're seeing here. We do see some snowfall and overall precipitation and some cooler air moving towards the northwest here, which could be what's pushing everything eastward. Also, we have a tropical system over Cuba. This is where we're going to start taking things with a grain of salt, because just wait and see what ends up happening with this. You're not going to believe it. But don't believe it, I guess is a better way to put it. This is just the most outlandish thing I've seen in a while from the models. So let's take a look at what happens by Saturday. We see this tropical system moves from Cuba to offshore of the mid-Atlantic, almost directly northward, becoming more of a nor'easter type storm. And we see heavy snowfall from the eastern Carolina area to eastern Virginia to the Delmarva, New Jersey, and southern New England. This is almost guaranteed to not happen. I will preface that anything is possible, but this would be the most shocking thing in my weather career by far. This would be just so shocking. So really disregard this for the most part. It is fun to look at, but really unlikely to happen. We do see for the Northwest some snowfall and rainfall, and this is far more likely to happen. This has been happening already, so definitely taking that into consideration. And as we move towards Sunday, that storm moves out for the northeast, and we're overall left with a flatter jet stream, but again, overall further south, so cooler temperatures around for most of the United States as we see a major snowfall event begin for the Rockies and some of the northern plains. Precipitation on the upswing for the Northwest. We're seeing even more out there. Also for areas across the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, we're seeing a little bit more in these areas as well. So let's look at the anomalies. Again, these are the primary areas where we're seeing above normal precipitation. I want to preface that a lot of these areas are seeing more than they've seen over the past few weeks and even months, depending on where you're at, of course, but this is an increase overall. So definitely keep in mind that this is still relatively good news, although you're not seeing far above average precipitation or anything like that. It still is good news. The snowfall obviously is going to look crazy. We do get lots for the Sierra Nevada, Cascades, Rockies out there, which I do expect. We do see the northern plains, Midwest, and Great Lakes get on board with some, as well as the mountainous Northeast. However, we do see the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic get a major snowfall event. Again, pretty much just disregard that. Beautiful to look at, not really going to happen. As we take a look at the temperature pattern, again, we're a little bit warmer here. We do get a brief cool down for Tuesday, Wednesday there in the east. Even a bit of Thursday as well, as you can see, but we do warm up overall. We see the west is primarily cold, the east is warmer, but we do see this major cool down move down. This is Wednesday the 20th, Thursday the 21st, Friday the 22nd, Saturday the 23rd, Sunday the 24th, Monday the 25th, Tuesday the 26th. Here we finally see it come to an end. So that could be a 3, 4, 5 day cool down, and a very major one if it does occur. So we will be watching that very closely. Here is the tropics as well. Again, Raphael breaking up, so pretty much a non-event there, thankfully. And we have seen this area drop to a 0% chance of development as well over the Bahamas. Anyway, we will keep you guys up to date with all of these things, so be sure to subscribe. We do upload every single day. You can even hit the bell icon for daily notifications when we upload so you never miss one. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.